Okay, good. Thanks, Karen. Karen, since it's on, I don't know if Kelly's with us. If you are, welcome. Kristen should be here. Today, we're just going to do a basic series. If I were in a studio, this would be called Introduction to Ashtanga. What that means is we're not going to go through everything because we don't want to spend all that much time on our practice this morning. So I'm trying to keep it to around an hour, and we'll just go as far as we can. Let me check this message. I would think by now I would have technical issues worked out. Obviously, I'm still working on the tech. So hopefully I have an error message on my screen that says that this may not be smooth streaming. I don't know why. Okay. All right, Kristen, will you? Oh, wait, you can't see it. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. Okay, it is working for Kristen. Okay, I'm just going to ignore a message that I see and hope that this is going to work okay. At the very least, we can get our practice started and do the best you can. The important thing right now is that we just be consistent. We don't need to necessarily learn a lot of new things most of the time. Most of the time, we just need to do our practice. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to stay on the count. And I'm going to be also video recording it. Okay, Kristen, thank you. She can see and hear. Okay, so, sorry. Okay, Kelly's not joining us. So she'll just see the messages as they go by. Okay. Okay. 1 minute. I need to do one more thing. And that is start the recording. Make sure that's working. Okay, so I just simply come to our mat. Should be working. I'm going to have a couple of blocks by my mat so that they're ready. There's no necessity to go super deep into your poses when you do them. Just hit a pose, do it the best you can at that moment, maybe slight adjustments, and then just stay with the breath and don't worry about anything else today. Go, bring your feet together, stand tall. Exhale all of your air and then just close your eyes and inhale and exhale, connecting with your breath. Feeling the balance in your body. Feeling length even through the back of your neck, through the top of the crown of your head, but feeling your feet grounded to the mat, maybe even feeling like they're a little bit magnetic. Exhale all of your air. Inhale for 1 Om, and we'll begin. Exhale, inhale. Hands to thighs, open your eyes. Yekam, inhale. Dwe, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chature, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shot, exhale. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, come forward. Sapta. Ashtanga, head down. Now standing, looking to the thumbs. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale. Exhale, head down, hands down. Inhale, look up, shoulders back. Exhale, step back, high plank to low plank. You can put your knees down or keep them up. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to head down. Inhale, stand, look to the thumbs. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, look to the thumbs. Exhale. Inhale, wide shoulders, and exhale, step back. Keep the shoulders wide, the elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Again, wide shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1. Shoulders away from the ears. 2. Elbows coming towards each other. Thumb and first finger bases on the mat. 3. 4. Sinking the heels. 5. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to head down. Inhale, come up, look to the thumbs. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Now cue yourself on the arms, shoulders, elbows, thumb, finger, heels. And then try to lift kind of like your belly button towards the spine. This is Uddiyana Bandha. 1 more breath. And inhale, come forward. Exhale to head down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, hands down, head down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right in a lunge. Inhale the hands up. Exhale the hands down. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the left. Inhale the hands up, look up. Exhale, hands down, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Cue yourself. Arms, heels, that lift. Another way to think of the lift is just the tailbone heading towards the ceiling while the heels drop to the ground. 4, 5, inhale forward, exhale the head down. Inhale, bend the knees as you come up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, bend the knees. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, step forward with the right. Inhale the hands up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog, step forward with the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down, step back. Inhale. Exhale, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come forward. Exhale the head down. Inhale up. Bend the knees. Exhale, Samastitihi. 1 more. On your own, I'm going to cue less. Inhale. And exhale. Step forward. Left side. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Five, come forward. Head down. Bend the knees. Samastitihi. Padangusthasana. Forward fold, taking the toes. Lifting that midsection as if you're going over a clothesline. 1, 2, Shoulder blades towards the spine. 3, 4, ribs are near the thighs. 5, inhale, straighten the arms, change the hand position, stepping on the hands. Inhale again, exhale the head down, begin the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Utthita Trikonasana, stepping out to the right. And then exhale as you go down. 1, open your chest wide. 2, expand the neck. So 3 is a little bit wider or longer. 4, 5, inhale, come up. Rotate the feet to the second side. Exhale as you go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Pivot on the feet, reverse triangle, Parita Trikonasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up, pivot on the feet, second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Stepping out, Parshva Konasana, a little bit wider. I'm using my block here today to be able to put my hand all the way down on the outside of my knee. 1, hand, arm is by the ear. 2, 3, chest rotates towards the ceiling. 4, pushing into the feet. 5, push into the feet as you come up and pivot to the second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up. Second half, the reverse. Today I'm bringing my left elbow over my knee, keeping my back foot down. Sometimes we just drop the knee and work on the twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up. Second side. 1, Exhale, Samasthiti. Almost forgot what's next. Wide leg forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Stepping out to the right, facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale up out of the pelvis. Exhale the hands between the feet. Palms down. Wrist part of the palm working towards the back of the mat, towards where your heels are. Continue to breathe. Lift the tail. Come forward into the balls of your feet if you're not already there. One more breath. Inhale, halfway up. Arms are straight. Exhale there. Inhale, come on up. Hands to the waist. Exhale, the hands down. Inhale, tee out the arms. Exhale, replace the hands back towards the waist. Bring the shoulder blades close to the spine. Inhale, up out of the pelvis and tip forward, keeping those elbows, the shoulder blades working towards the center line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, the hands down. Inhale, tee out the arms. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, bringing the shoulder blades towards the spine. Inhale, tall. Exhale, come forward. And bring the arms off of your back if that's okay for today. 1. Push into the feet. 2. You can also bend the knees a lot. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, the hands there. Inhale, come up out of the pelvis without raising the hands. Exhale, lean forward, take the toes. Inhale one more time, straightening the spine. Exhale, expand, extend the neck downward as you breathe. 1, again, come forward into the ball of the foot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, halfway up, arms are straight. Exhale there. Inhale, hands to the waist and Samasthiti. Purvottanasana, either grab the elbows behind or reversed prayer, stepping out with the right, not as long as other poses. This is also called pyramid. Navel is towards the thigh. 1. Shoulder blades still working towards the center. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, come up. Pivot on the feet. Exhale, second side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Utthita Hasta Padahustasana. I'm going to step to the wall. You don't have to. You can just balance. Bring up the right foot or knee. It can be extended, or the knee can just come all the way up to your chest or part way up, and breathe. 1, 2, 3, push into your standing foot. 4, sternum is high. 5, bring your leg out to the right, look to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee forward and bring the toe all the way out, bringing it up. 1, off of the mat, or if it's very hard to balance, just let it rest down, barely touching the mat. 3, 4, 5. Second side, standing on the right foot, bringing the left foot or knee up, depending on what you're working on. 1, sternum high, back straight. That's primary. 2, 3, 4, 5. Open up, the leg to the left, the gaze to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring the knee forward, and then extend the foot out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Foot down. I'm going to skip the next pose, which is Ardha Baddha, where we balance on our feet again. Let's go to a vinyasa and into chair pose. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands down, head down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Immediately jump forward into chair. 1, Utkatasana. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand and then exhale the hands down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to skip the Virabhadrasanas and come into our seated. Dandasana is first. Staff pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up out of the pelvis and forward fold, Padangusthasana. 1, 2. Really try to lift and lengthen on the inhale, and then maybe you have a little more bend on the exhale. 4, ribs to thighs. 5, inhale, look up. Just change your hand position or repeat where you are. Inhale, tall again, and exhale, forward fold, perhaps a little bit more. 1, 2, even here, shoulder blades are working towards the spine. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. There's actually 3 in this series, but we're going to skip the third one and roll forward into a vinyasa. Now we're going to do our reverse plank. Bring the hands even a little further than you might think. Try to go all the way for 12 inches or so behind and really open the shoulders, bringing the elbows towards each other. This might be all that you do is open the chest. You could go up into tabletop, or if you're doing the full pose, you push into the heels and bring your hips up. 2, 3, chin can be neutral or all the way back. 4, 5, exhale, bring the hips down, cross at the ankle, come forward into a vinyasa, round the back as you come forward. And back to our seated position. Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. Take your right foot over the top of your left thigh. The right hand comes around behind. Now you might grab your toe, you might have a towel or a belt, or I'm just going to hold on to my bent toe and link my fingers here. That's another way to do the bend, or the bind. And 1, 2, still trying to figure out how to bring the shoulder blades towards the spine. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. There's a vinyasa here, but I'm just going to lift and come back down and do the second side. So bringing the left foot onto the right thigh and finding whatever bind or no bind at all. It might be that you just sit tall. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose, cross at the ankles, come forward into your vinyasa. Trianj Eka Mukha, Paschimottanasana. You may want to sit on a block in order to do this pose. It's the right leg first, heel towards the back so that your thigh, your quads are getting a stretch. And it may be that you sit tall and work on taking the right hip down to the ground, or if you can take the forward fold, that's great. 2, 3, if you feel anything in your knee, back out. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. 1 lift, and back into our second side. This side may be very different from the other side. Maybe you could go forward in the first side, but this side you just need to sit straight. Take the pose that's right for you today. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose, come forward into your vinyasa. Janu Shirshasana. Bring the right sole of the foot into the thigh. If that is too hard for you, the foot could also go down by the calf, but not on the knee joint. So take your foot wherever it should go. And again, this may be enough, or lift up out of the pelvis and come forward. Now, I have quite a bit more ability to come forward on this. The hands can come to the foot, or they can even be bound behind the foot. This is the actual final pose, is to grab the wrist. So the left hand is grabbing the right wrist and then pulling the shoulder blades back into the spine. 3, 4. Notice if your ribs are to your thighs. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. Lift. Second side. Again, the side might be different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. Cross the ankles, chaturanga or vinyasa into your chaturanga. If you're getting really tired, you can skip the vinyasa and just get set up for the next pose. We're going to do Janushirshasana C. The B version is lifting up and sitting on your heels. The C version is bringing the back of the heel high, the toes low. If that's easy for you, you can kind of lift towards your heel and then take your forward fold if you're to that point. 1. You might just be working on the flexibility of your foot here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose, lift. Second side. Toes down, heels up. Forward fold if that's part of your practice. 1, 2. I can't go as far on this side. Notice the variance that I have. 3, 4. Still trying to lift up out of the pelvis and the shoulder blades towards the spine. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. Cross at the ankles. Go forward into your vinyasa. Marichyasana A. Start in your Dandasana. Bring your right knee bent towards the ceiling. There should be some space between your leg and your foot that's on the floor. Bring both hands forward like you're going to swim and do a stroke with the palms going behind you. And then if they reach, there's a bind. If not, just get into, you might just be holding this knee. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. Try to lift with your feet forward. And then second side. Again, some space between the foot and the leg. Hands forward and coming around. If the bind is there, great. If it's not, it will be one day. 1, 2, 3. So lift the sternum so that you're not rounding your back. 4. That's another way of cueing the shoulder blades going towards the spine. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. Come forward, vinyasa. We're going to go through all 4 Marichasanas today so that you remember what they are. Marichasana B begins the same as A, but then take the other foot, bend it, and tuck it underneath. This is a modification. The actual, if you were doing the whole thing, your foot is in lotus. But for today, you can just let that be in between your leg, and arms do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, still trying to have the sternum high. 5, inhale up, exhale, release the pose, a lift, and the second side. Tucking the right leg underneath the left leg. Hands are in between and go around. 1, even elongating the spine here. 2, 3, the back of the neck is tall, long. 4, shoulder blades still working to the spine. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. Marichasana C. It looks the same as A when we start, but this time the foot is touching the inside of the straight leg. Sitting very tall, look towards the bent knee. If you can twist so much that your arm goes around the knee, that's great, or just hug the knee in, and inhale tall, exhale, twist away some more. You can look over the right shoulder. Inhale tall, twist towards the right. When I started this, I think I was reclined about here, doing the best I could. 4, 5, inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the pose. Do that lift with the feet forward and second side. So again, you can just hug the knee as you do a twist, or if you have enough flexibility, it could actually push the leg this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the pose. Come forward into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And come through to sit one more time. So this will be a new pose for Kristen. We're going to do Navasana. It is a V-sit, balancing on your tailbone. So the easiest version is to keep the toes down and just sit tall. Just keep your hands out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross at the ankles, just lift and come back down, and we do another one. So if you want to try to lift your toes off of the mat and still have the back straight, 2, this is the next hardest. 3, this is for your core. 4, 5. Now cross your ankles the opposite direction, lift and come back down, and return to Navasana. You can lift your feet perhaps more, but don't compromise and have your back curve this way. Still sternum high. If not, just go back to the first one. 3, 4, ankles, lift again. There are 5 of these, we've done 3. So choose which one you want to do. The actual one, you're lifting your legs way up. I cannot do this without holding my legs. So that's one option to try. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross at your ankles, lift. One last one. Take your pick of what you want to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, rising up. 5, cross at the ankles, vinyasa. Now, Kristen, I'm going to do the next one because Karen's been working at it. You can give it a try. It's called Bhuji Padasana. We're going to bring our feet towards the outsides of the hands and then bring the hands behind the heels and try to wiggle underneath. You can't really do this until you can get your whole hand on the ground and bear some weight. So right now my legs are resting on the platform that I've created with my elbow. And then curving the back like a big cat back. You lift and try to cross at the ankles. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope we can bring the legs forward and around the circle and back. That was not graceful at all. Chaturanga. Inhale upward, exhale downward, and going to our closing poses. Bringing my blocks, I'm going to do back bend prep. You guys already been working on this. You could also do full wheel if that's what you want to do, or you can push up halfway. I would love to work with you guys personally and face to face on this pose. Do the best you can. Bringing the tailbone towards the back of the knees. Inhale there, then exhale. Inhale, lift the hips up without losing that rotation. And breathing, squeezing the knees if you have a block between your knees. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, the hips down, release, reset. So you have that baby cat back at the bottom of your spine, or the tailbone heading towards the backs of the knees. Inhale, come up. 1, 2, squeezing the knees. 3, releasing the glutes. That's the point of squeezing the knees. 4, 5. Exhale down, reset. One more time. Inhale as you come up, squeeze the knees, release the glutes, release the jaw and the neck. 3, 4, 5. Exhale the hips down, blocks to the side. Bring your knees up to your chest. Give a little low back stretch here. Then rock and roll up to Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Up out of the pelvis before you come forward. So this is the second time we've done this in the practice. This is a counter pose to wheel, or Urdhva Dhanurasana, that back bend pose. You're warm now, and you might find that you can go a little bit further. It doesn't matter, but you just might notice that. Again, ribs towards the thighs. This is a 10 count breath, bringing the shoulder blades back towards the spine again. Energy coming out of both the heel and the big toe mound. 2 more breaths. And 10, inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose, cross into a vinyasa. Shoulder stand is the next. Sarvangasana, Salabhasana, Sarvangasana. And I'm coming forward on my mat for the next pose. So legs up the wall could be all you do. And if you have not practiced this and you're not comfortable, don't try it unless it feels pretty comfortable. You don't want to compromise your neck. If you feel like you can go up, that's great. You can wiggle your shoulders underneath. We'll just do 10 counts today, even though it's a 25 count pose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halasana, this is plow pose. Bringing the toes back behind your head. If your toenails easily touch the ground, you can interlace your fingers and bring them down, but that is not necessary. If it bothers your neck or your shoulders, just keep your hands on your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend the knees so that they touch your forehead or go down to your temples or even down as far as your ears. This is called ear pressure pose, Garbha Pindasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on back up into your shoulder stand, and then you can fold into Padmasana, half Padmasana, half lotus, or just bring your feet together in this position and start the count. I'm going to try to do the full one today. See if I don't know if I can yet. I don't think I've warmed up enough. So we'll just keep my hands on the back. Usually they go onto the knees. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, if you're still with me, you bring your knees down and hug into a little ball. This is embryo pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now gently bring your butt back down onto the ground if you're with me. Matsyasana is next. The full pose keeps the legs in lotus and you lean back and hold your feet. Today I'm going to bring my feet straight, my legs straight. Your hands go back behind you, onto your elbows, lifting your sternum a lot, then the head goes back and touches the ground. This may be too much. Just watch or breathe. Don't worry about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep lifting the sternum, 5, inhale the head up, and then exhale, carefully let it come down. Now you can keep the head in that position for Uttana Padasana if you're feeling comfortable there, or just laying on your back. It's a 45-degree angle with the hands and with the feet, or the legs. 1, 2, this is for your abs. 3, gets your abs warmed up for headstand. 4, 5, 6, 7, think of baby cat in the bottom of your spine. 9, and it's a 10 count breath. 10, bring your feet down, roll into your side for a vinyasa. And headstand or headstand prep. Anyone can do headstand prep, it's not a problem. Just bring the hands into a basket. They're going to be at the back of your head. The problem with this usually is that people's arms go out this way and you need to bring them in so that the elbows are close together. So putting the head down just into the basket, this may be it. This may be your headstand as you try to push the elbows, the forearms, the pinky side of the fingers into the mat. If you want to do the next step without putting your head down, you can do all of that with your head off of the ground. Keeping the head off of the ground, you can come up into, it's called dolphin. It's like downward facing dog. Now my elbows have splayed out. I'm going to come back, bring my elbows in, and try it again. And just do as many as you feel like you can. As many breaths. And this develops a strength without hurting your neck. This may be your headstand for years. It's a good one. Try to lift the belly button towards your spine. And after you've done 10 or 20, 30, 40, 50 breaths, just bring your knees down and go into a child's pose. In child's pose, you can still lift that belly button towards the spine action. That lifting is Uddiyana Bandha. Now inhale, look forward, bring your hands to the mat and forward into a vinyasa. We're ready for our last 3 poses. Yoga Mudra. You know this one very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, come up. Hands towards the ceiling, palms open. You can do one of the mudras if you want to. The OK or the duckbill, or just hands open. Sitting tall. Exhale all of the air. Inhale slowly, 10 counts. Exhale slowly, 10 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Exhale. Continue this breath. Inhale. Arms and wrists are straight. Spine is straight. Exhale. Breath number 4. Inhale. Exhale. You can do Ujjayi breath on this pose. It's good. Inhale. This is breath number 5. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Long, smooth breath. Bringing your hands to the mat, thumbs in, lifting off of the mat. Try to get as many breaths as you can. 5 or 10 is great, or more. And when you're done, just release the pose. Come forward into a vinyasa and set up for Shavasana. Bringing yourself into the most comfortable position that you can find. I'm going to leave you to do your Shavasana in the live stream. Making sure that you're as comfortable as can be and let go of your practice. Exhaling everything out, inhaling in your day, but relaxing for 10 minutes is preferable, as long as you have. Trying to find that very deep part of you and let it just be. At the end of your Shavasana, you know how to close. Make sure that you find a moment of gratitude, love, and compassion, which is what I leave with you with my internal namaste today. Namaste.